everybody, welcome back to the Hammerdown Festival YouTube channel. And today we're sat with two of the wonderful people from Sypha. How are we, everyone?
Hello,
Okay.
yeah, we're good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very good. Thank you so much for coming back on the YouTube channel. It's been a couple of years. The last time you played at Hammerdown was in 2023. And at the time, there were only two tracks out, and things have changed rather dramatically since then. How do you feel like the band has developed since the last time you came here?
Yeah, I think when we were there, I think the last interview we done, I think we were talking about all like we want to go heavier and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And now we're at a point where we've done it. And
Yeah.
I think we're now at a point where we're like, oh, maybe we can go a bit heavier.
Oh,
It's always
really?
Just I
fun.
want to keep like just down tuning my guitar every single time.
You're gonna have
Um,
like three sections to the set in three different
I
tunes.
know.
Wow.
um, so yeah, like I think it's awesome to have a good, decent chunk of music for people to listen to now. I think before we had so many songs written that we were playing live, and people were enjoying and saying, "Oh, where can I listen to us?" And we're just like, "Yeah, you can't yet." But now we can say, "Here you go." So
Yeah,
if
I
it
think it's
was,
like found our sound now as well, which
yeah,
is quite nice to say. So at
Yes.
least we have
Yeah.
like, yeah, where we're guiding people to now, we're like actually really proud of the songs. So yeah, that's a nice feeling.
That's very cool. And of course, you've got merch now, which you didn't have then. Last time it was just stickers, and now there's shirts and lighters and other bits and bobs, which is cool. So, yeah, you certainly have got heavier. When I used to be in bands, when I first started screaming, I was really damaging my voice because it wasn't something that I was used to or something that I had trained for. And Alicia, you've obviously incorporated that into what you're doing with Cypher now. Have you watched any videos on it? Have you done any training at all? Is that something that comes naturally?
Definitely not something that comes naturally. I think that's been why it's been such a phased approach for like our sound and getting heavier. I think a lot of it falls like onto her where I can take it vocally as well.
Right.
It's something I've always wanted to do since we started in like the rock industry. But yeah, it's been a slow progress, but I'm quite happy with the progress. That I think it's been about 6 months since I've like actually attempted proper screaming. And it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. And I think it's exciting because like I'm excited when it goes well, and I think the guys are excited when we can start recording heavier stuff. So yeah, I do definitely watch a lot of YouTube stuff. Yeah, I think there's like a Extreme Vocal Institute is the guy that I mainly use, and his videos are really, really useful. And then just asking a lot of people in the scene like how they started and any
Yeah.
tips and stuff like that. But yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun. Still work in progress, but I think it's just like always going to be learning from now.
Yeah. Well, there's no, better way than networking, I suppose. So,
Yeah.
I want to chat a bit about the Borderland EP. So, first of all, I want to know where the name comes from and also what the artistic vision was behind it, because as the singles were drip fed out, there's a very consistent theme with the artworks, with the color schemes and the way the photos are taken. So, I wanted you to tell us a little bit about the artistic vision behind it.
Yeah, so I think the name of the EP kind of stemmed from was it our last not our last track, second track, Limbo. So that was like heavily inspired by we were watching Alice in Borderland at the time, which is like it's kind of like Squid Games for a Japanese version, and it's probably even darker than Squid Games. Uh,
Wow.
they're in this kind of borderland where they've got to like play games basically to stay there and to survive, and we just thought it was really cool. So
pretty awesome.
yeah, I like the whole kind of artwork of that and just the general themes and everything is what, yeah, heavily inspired that track. And then kind of the evolution of the EP and the name there as well. We were quite lucky with the artwork. Both my parents are photographers, so I just asked my dad if he had any photos. I like kind of explained the themes of each
Mm.
um and the inspiration behind it, and then basically was like, do you have any photos that would be work for this and would be good? And
Wow.
miracle, he did. He had yeah, like three different photos that we just thought, wow, these are really sick. So to make it kind of cohesive, we
Mm.
just went with like the green theme. I don't know where that color came from. I think we just
I think early on, you can kind of see in the releases on Spotify where each like artwork has a different color scheme.
mm.
Mm.
I think
Yeah.
we've just fallen into let's just do a different color. I don't know what the next one will be, but
I do. I knew what the next one's gonna be.
oh.
I do. So you have to wait for
Decision
that.
made. Decision made.
But
Okay,
yeah, no, it
cool.
was really cool. My dad is on the image of the first one, and my mum is on the image of the second one, so it's quite cool. It's quite nice.
That is nice, and the fact that it all comes from one bank of photos, that's really interesting. Okay, cool. So, well, look, you mentioned new music there and where you might go next. So, what is the plan for new music, and what you're working on at the moment? What can you tell us?
Yeah, so it's happening. Most importantly,
Super.
yeah, thumbs up. Um, I think it's one of those where we have an idea of what we want to sound like. We're still carving out the Sypha sound. I think we're at a good position now where we're sort of circling around it. Sort of we have so many different influences. It's just sort of getting to the core of it. Like I mentioned, we are going heavier, which is pretty exciting for me anyway. Um, I think we're looking. I don't know how much I can say.
Yeah, I think basically
I'm
we'll
just going to spoil everything. I'll take myself away.
definitely another EP this year will come out for sure, and it's going to be longer than the last one.
Okay, that's
Cool.
exciting. That's plenty. That's a good enough teaser for me. That's cool. So, what other shows have you got coming up this year that you're excited about, and where would you like to go and play, that you haven't played before?
Oh, Jimmy. Obviously Hammerdown, warm up show, and then the actual festival itself. Really
Thank you.
looking forward to
Thank
that.
you.
Got Life as Music Fest as well. It's really nice to play like local Brighton festivals. That was so much fun. So I think those are like our most excited for the
Yeah,
moment.
for
We've got
sure.
actually we've got a few other festivals.
Yeah.
Not all have been announced yet. But
So I can't be on here. I'll just spoil everything.
but yeah, we've got a few more festivals I think leading up to like October. So yeah, really exciting and all kind of different locations as well. So really nice. I mean, we just came back from tour, our first ever tour. So that was really exciting to explore new places. That was like Manchester, Sheffield, Bristol, Bridgewater. So we're just keen to kind of get out there again in that direction. So I think we're hoping again slightly later this year to get back on the road and yeah, more places we haven't been to, such as Leeds has always been one we're really keen to go for. Any other locations?
I don't know what's been announced and what happened.
Okay.
Alfred, just don't say anything. It's fine.
You're not allowed to
Lisa's on top of it. All right, it's fine.
No.
And then my final question, you're allowed to be involved in this one, Alfred, I think. So we've been asking every band if they were to build their dream festival lineup that Cypher would appear alongside. So I want you to pick six bands, and you can be diplomatic and pick three each if you want. It's entirely up to you. Who would you want to play with?
I'm going to start and I'm going to go with Poppy because I'm just obsessed with her at the moment. I think she's so cool. I think she's doing so much for women in metal as well. So we just saw her at Download as well and she was incredible.
She
So
did. Wow. Okay. Nice.
definitely Poppy. I'm probably going to chuck Spirit Box in there as
Yeah.
well because we also saw them at Download and yeah, kind of a similar thing really. We're just absolutely loving it and just yeah, these kind of powerhouse women coming through in the metal genre and it's very exciting. So 100%
Yeah.
them.
Okay. So we've got two out of
But
six.
that's a really difficult one. I don't want to just be like, oh, architects, that'd be cool, wouldn't it?
That would be cool though.
It would be cool.
Let's chuck them in there.
I find architects can go in
Okay.
there.
Architects.
Fine, twist my arm. Fine, we'll play.
This is going to be completely out of the blue, but I say this in every interview to the shock horror of a lot of interviewees, but McFly are going in there because that is a goal of mine to
It's not a shock to me. We've
somehow.
spoken about McFly many
I
times.
know. I speak about them every opportunity I can get, honestly. I think they're so underrated. They're great.
Were they good at download?
They're so
They're
good
all
at
really
download.
good. Yeah.
Them live is just another experience. I think anyone who's doesn't like them or judging them needs to go see them live because they're one of the best bands. I think both of us can agree we've ever seen live. They're just so good at it.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Love
High
that.
praise. Okay. So we've got four.
Avenged, you love Avenged.
Do love Avenged.
I feel like that's
Yeah.
got to be in
We're
there.
putting them in.
Yeah, they can go in.
Come on,
That's
one more.
really difficult. I've been listening to loads of Bleed from Within's.
Interesting.
A heavy one. Very heavy. Okay.
Yeah, I think the new album is just awesome. Have we picked loads of bands from just Download Festival?
Yeah, I think we're still in our download mindset.
Yeah.
We've just come back, so
I think. But yeah, I mean, the new album is insane. Like, so heavy, so riffy, and it's so like massive and epic as well. It's definitely a lot heavier than what Cypher would ever be, but it's definitely a taken sort of influence for sort of the next stage of
Wow.
Sypha. Sure, I'm just
Okay.
obsessed with it. It's awesome.
Very cool. Okay, so the ultimate festival that Sypha would be playing with: Avenged Sevenfold, Bleed from Within, Poppy, Spirit Box, Architects, and McFly. What a lineup! What a cool lineup. Okay,
There's
great.
something for
Great
everyone.
lineup. Yeah, there you go.
Something for everyone.
Yeah.
Indeed, there is. Right, well, thank you so much for coming on. Really appreciate it, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Amazing. Thanks
Thank
for
you
having
very
us.
much.
Very excited.